evening, good morning, good afternoon, good day. Welcome, everybody. It's Saturday night. It's the 11th of February, 2023. Already, 2023. What happened to the last 70 years? Well, I hope everybody's well. Mrs. H and I are beginning to get better. Now we've had our chest infections and snotty noses and God knows what else. But we are gradually getting better, thank goodness. I've been a bit fed up with blowing my nose and producing, coughing up some sort of different life forms every other hour, which is probably more information what you really need to know, but whatever. Using my brand new or my replacement PC, which I bought the beginning of this week, and had all sorts of problems with it, trying to get it to load folders and files from the previous one. And by the way, still can't get them to work on a external drive with all our photographs from the last 15 years. So I'm not the most popular person in the world at the moment. However, it's a Seagate and make, and I'm going to send it back to them and see if they can sort something out for me. I hope could save my life. So what else have we been up to? Well, this week it's got just a little bit warmer. Thank goodness. I'm going to get fed up with these cold weathers. Sat out in the garage, freezing me doodads off. And as some of you may or may not have seen I put a video or two or three, I think, out regarding a luggy scooter, this famous scooter of mine that I bought cheap from a friend of mine, and had all sorts of problems with the steering. Now this is a mobility scooter, by the way, because the old leg for Mick is not getting as well as it used to. So I use one of the things to get around with, not around house or not around town, obviously, but when we go away on our cruises. Excuse me. And I discovered when I got it off of him, because he upgraded to a posh £3,500 latest edition. Well, he's a very wealthy man. And they offered him silly money for it. And I said, well, I'll give you the same money because it's what I wanted, more powerful. If I'm totally honest, I wish I never bought the damn thing, but that's by the by. I put 2 or 3 videos out about it. It's all to do with steering and God knows what else. I'm a little bit frightened of falling off the damn thing, if I'm totally honest with you. However, and we'll go into that a little bit later on. Hopefully the guys come up on the stream. Most of the small engine groups that I belong to and lucky enough to have friends with have offered me sound advice, to be fair, but I've still not fixed it. And I've actually brought the steering column and the wheel. There we go. That's the front wheels, by the way. So you can see I'm a little bit concerned about steering, but it falling off the damn thing. A little bit about that, a little bit later on. Well, I got this off this gentleman, this friend of ours, who's a very, very wealthy man, actually. And all this I'm going through on the video. He, I think I described him as one of these people, if I gave him a pair of knitting needles, he'd break them. And that is a fair description of the man. Whatever he's got, he doesn't look after very well. And I've become the recipient of a fairly badly damaged machine. However, we'll try and sort it out with the help of everybody. And I'm going to show you a few bits and pieces. For instance, this evening, all about bearings and about spacers and about bolts and even about a rubber seal, just to see if I've even contacted the company that makes them over here in the UK. They have dealers, and they told me that there's a large piece that everything sits on is bent. Now this is cast aluminium, and it's not flimsy sort of stuff. It's pretty hefty material, and they say it's bent. Maybe they're right. I don't know. However, they can offer me a brand new one. I can replace it, no problem whatsoever. I could do that with 4 bolts, but they want over £300. Would you believe, for this axle, as they call it? And there's no way I'm going to spend that amount of money. I could go out and buy a new. No, I couldn't actually, but whatever. I'm at the point I'm actually saying, well, I'm going to live with it. However, more of that later on. So what else has been going on? Well, chap came up beginning of the week with an old strimmer, an old steel strimmer. He said, "Can you fix it? It won't start. I used it last year. The pull cord's broke. It smoked when I used it." And I looked down. I said, "Well, look, it's going to cost you X pounds, a new carburetor, and God knows what else." And the thing's only worth 60, 70, 80 pounds maximum. And he decided no, that he wasn't going to spend that amount of money. However, I did have a Honda mower that I'd rebuilt over the winter months, a Honda Izzy, and these things are renowned for rusting out on the deck. And to be honest with you, it wasn't too bad. It wouldn't have holes in it or anything like that, but it did run very, very well. And he decided he bought it off me, and he didn't give a lot of money for it because, frankly, he was 80 years old, so he made me look young, and he didn't have much money. The only thing that worried me, he's going to use it on his allotment, which may, some of you guys in America and all the rest of it may or may not have heard what an allotment is. It's basically, I think it's a quarter of an acre of ground that's owned by the local council that rents it out every year for peppercorn rents, that people go along and they they grow their own fruit, vegetables, and God knows what else, and have a lovely time with little sheds and a cup of tea and all the rest of it. Yeah, it's an old English thing actually, but he wanted this to cut the grass that he had there, and probably he's bought something that's far too good, quite frankly, to do what he wanted to do. However, it helped him out. I got a few bob, and he's gone away. So all being well, he doesn't come back when the belt throws off. All being well. And of course, being this week, next thing I know, I've had 3 mowers come in for servicing. One of which, 2 of which were friends of mine. The other one was a lady that lives at the top of the road here, quite an elderly lady, Margaret, who asked me to repair her mower last year. I forgot to make of it now. Something, whatever. I'll tell you about it in a minute. And this thing wobbles, the wheels falling off, the deck's aluminium. Haterette, that's what it's called. And I put a new blade on it. I got the motor to run, and she absolutely loves it. Now, this thing is well, it was an antique when Adam was a lad, put it that way. Anyway, she brought it round here again, beginning of this week. Can you service it for me, Phil? Yeah, of course I can. Are you sure? I mean, it's, you're going to spend some more money on it. I love it, she said, and everybody else sees it. So she came down this thing, and the wheel was wobbling like this, and the thing was rattling and carrying on. So it's in the shop at the moment to be serviced for her, and yeah, I'll do that for her. So there's 3 machines, one machine sold, 3 machines in, and there we go. I've still got to service 2 of them, by the way, and I've been concentrating, as I say, on this mobility scooter, which is beginning to drive me up the wall, quite frankly. Yeah, I've had most of the guys that I know and speak to regularly have given me good, sound advice, including, well, we'll go over that later on, but including, you need new bearings, this, that, and the rest of it. I will tell you, excuse me, that Luggy, that's the name of the company. I asked them, I wanted to buy 2 of these bearings. Yep, they fit the steering. They quoted me, well, I mean, what do you think that bearing there will be the cost? I don't know. Well, I can tell you, they quoted me £47.52 each. Can you believe such a thing? No way on this earth. And I went on the intranet, and the company I use for bearings were able to supply 2 for a tenner. Goes to show you do need to shop around. Anyway, enough of this meandering. Let's have a look. See who's in the comments, and we'll have a look and say hello to everybody else. There's 39 people watching this silly old fool, and on my new computer. What do you think? There we go. So Hobby Motor was the first one in the house, and say better get some beer on ice. Well, Klaus, no doubt we'll have a drink, you and I together, in a few moments. DNR David, a small engine repair, saying hello to me and to Klaus. Good evening, Dave. I hope you're well. Richard Mowers is very. Oh, I'm going to put this up. I think that's very kind of you, Ray. It's very kind of you to say such a thing. I'm sure. I hope other people will agree with you. Henry said hello. Henry, Big Dog Repairs. See you soon, mate. Yeah, we'll see you soon. Henry, we did have a chat earlier on with 2 or 3 other guys, so it's always nice to have a yap. That's what it's all about on a Saturday night. A couple of hours of talking nonsense, a little bit of technical knowledge sometimes, often with some very, very knowledgeable people. And I'm very lucky to know these people. Excuse me. Awful. There we go. So where else are we? Let's have a go down there. Guys, oh no. Guys playing with his toes. Hello, Bill. Hope you're well, my friend. And you've been very helpful in the last few days with the problems I've been having with I'm going to move on my PC. John Rhodes, good evening, John. I hope you're well. He said hello to everybody else. Hanioki, 14. Hello all. Good evening, my friend. I hope you're very well. Richard Mowers and Blowers is saying hello to everybody. Let's work our way down through. Guy's still playing with his toes. Hope Miller is saying hello to everybody. Richard Mowers and Blowers are there. Did I say hello to Richard Mowers and Blowers? I don't know if I did. Oh, I will anyway. Hello, Richard Mowers and Blowers. If I miss you, by the way, please give me a shout. Ken Small Engine. Good evening, Ken. I hope you're well, my friend. You, as I said, one of those gentlemen that I use for your knowledge. In fact, a lot of other people do here and on other sites. You call yourself Ken's No All Mowers or No Mowers All or some sort of thing, and it's well named. I'm really, I'm very so impressed with your knowledge. Moving on, where are we? Hobby Motor saying hello to Hank. DNR Engine Repair saying hello to everybody else. And I'm working my way down through, and in a moment, Hobby Motor is saying hello to everybody. Do you know, often I watch these streams and I see somebody looking to the side thinking, why aren't they looking at the camera? Well, the reason is they're looking at the comments, which is to one side, which I'm now doing. Everybody's saying hello to everybody else. Oh, I've just reloaded again. Where are we? Yes, hello, everybody. John Rhodes saying hello to Turquoise Bill. What's the other? Tim Palmer. Good evening, Tim. I hope you're well, my friend. I think you put a video out, was it today or yesterday? Thoroughly enjoyed it, mate, as always. There we go. He's saying hello to everybody. Wayne, good evening, Wayne. Wayne, I got your email, mate, and I have replied. There is an envelope on its way to you with a couple of stickers. I was going to post it today, but we didn't go out. So that will happen tomorrow, mate. Excuse me. Beg your pardon. Wayne is saying hello to everybody else. Hobby Motor. Hoss Dunn. Good evening, Hoss. You say hope everybody's well. Let's bring you up. Yes, my friend. We are very well, most of us. With a chest infection, but don't worry about it. You know. Where are we? Let's have a look. See. I'm now going to put out the link to see who wants to come along and have a chat. Let's copy that. And I'll see if I stick it down in there, and then we'll see who wants to come along and have a yap. There it is. That's just gone out. Mac 210. Good evening, Mac. I hope you're well, my friend. Wayne's saying hello to everybody else. I'm working my way down here. I really am. Bruce's shop. Good evening, Bruce. Are you still down in sunny climes? I think you might be. I can see you on the bottom of my screen, mate. I think the last time we saw you were getting all hot and sweaty. I can see you down there, my friend. Everybody saying hello. Bruce's shop saying hello. Ray McCarthy, good evening, Ray. Hope you're well, my friend. And I'm working my way down through. We are getting there, I promise you. Jason Hughes, good evening to you, sir. I hope you're well. Dick Small Engines, Jason Hughes. I haven't seen Mick here yet or Stella, but hopefully they will be along as well. Ben's Workshop, good evening, Ben. Hope you're well, my friend. Everybody's saying hello to you. Oh, I've just jumped again. Give me a shout if I miss you, please do. Jason Hughes. And I think we're getting pretty damn close down there. Oh, Sparky's here. Hi, Sparks. Hope you're well, my friend. You're very. Another guy, see, Sparky is another of these fellas that got this wealth of information that can help you out all sorts of things and does on a regular basis. Mac 210 saying hello to everybody else. Wayne saying hello. 200 viewers, Wayne, I'm looking for. You know, you see some of these guys, they've got 23,500, 30,000. I've got 232, I think it is, or 322. I don't know. I guess I'm never going to get monetized. I'm certainly not doing this anyway. Never mind. Gary Ross. How you doing, Gary? Yeah, Gary, I'm all right, mate. I hope you're well as well. Michael Roberts saying hello to Tim. And I think we're just about there. Look down the very bottom here. And there we go. I missed you. Oh, Adam Elliott. Hello, Adam. I hope you're well, my friend. And I'm just about there now. He's saying hello to everybody else. Al McLean, sorry I'm late, been doing a bit of celebrating. I wonder why that would be. I can't think the reason why. Something to do with rugby, maybe. I've watched both games today, by the way. Bit of a lazy day, really, I suppose. And there we go. Oh, Big Sun's Lawn Care. Hello, Bill, in Texas, he's saying. Well, but Big Sun's Lawn Care, you're more than welcome, my friend. Always. And there we go. We're there. We're just about there. Yeah, I got down the bottom. So let's have a look and see what these retrobates are down here in the cellar. Some good-looking dudes including Klaus. I see you laughing away there, mate. So, good evening, everybody. Henry, good evening, my friend.
Evening. How are you?
I'm pretty good, thanks, mate. It's good to see you. Are you well?
Oh, yeah, very good. Very good. Thank you.
Good, excellent. I see this grey colour seems to be a bit of a sign going on here.
We've called each other.
Yeah.
Ah, right. Yeah. Is that one of your American football shirts there, Ken?
Yeah, just this is actually what do they call it? Long Johns.
Oh, okay. Is it cold over there still?
No, today was like 33, like 0 Celsius to start, but yesterday was like 56, almost 60 Fahrenheit. Hank, you got what, 62?
Yeah.
It was like spring yesterday.
You better stay out the sunshine. We get suntan, guys.
Yeah, but I tell you, we're getting spoiled. I guarantee we may have a Easter.
You'll pay.
Easter
You'll pay for it. Yeah.
All week next week's going to be really nice. Wayne, how you doing?
Wayne, how are you, Wayne? How are you doing, mate? I did send you an email. I hope you received it.
Yeah, I got your email.
Okay, mate, that's great.
Yeah.
The envelope's still in the car, ready to be posted, so I might miss your date, but hey, whatever, that's not important.
No problem. And you got one of our stickers, right?
I believe so. I think Ken Ken was going to send it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you got it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure I did. Yeah.
You actually have a sticker wall though, Conk? Where you put that?
Well, my stickers all over my toolbox.
Oh, okay.
And on my workshop fridge that I keep water in.
Water things. And no scotch.
Not a word. Good evening, Bill. How are you, my friend?
Hey, Phil, how you doing?
Yeah, we're doing good, mate.
I've got 2 good answers for you today. I spent some time thinking about the things we talked about.
Great. Well, I'm going to throw that out tonight for everybody to have a chat.
For the hard drive, I missed the obvious. You know what you do? Go plug it into a different Windows 10 computer and then set the permissions. Duh.
Okay.
I don't know why I didn't think of that.
Right, I'll have to find another computer, but all right, that makes sense.
Then if you get it on another Windows 10 computer, then go to that drive, and then to reset the permissions, you can either go to that window I showed you, or you can go to a DOS window and just type attrib for attribute and say rash -r -a -s -h, and it'll all go away.
Did you see my head? My eyes go slightly blurred then.
I can text you the command.
Yeah,
and you can just
great, mate. Thank you. Good evening,
let
Bruce.
Me show you something real quick.
Okay.
Pretend I just use this because it's got a round end. Pretend that's your axle, and this is your flat. This is your earth.
Yeah.
And when you're turning, you're going like this, right?
Yeah.
If you lean it forward, it'll go like this. If you lean it backwards, it'll go like this the other way. So the problem still is, this is what I was saying, is that this is not straight. That the bushings, a bushing would change that.
Yeah. Well,
I think it's crooked on purpose.
I'm going to show you guys there.
Well, I think it's crooked for fat people. It's designed to have 300. If you weigh 300 pounds, it'd bow out.
Easy. Wouldn't you want the positive caster for high-speed stability for him?
You're talking about bad people. Here he is. Look, there's the boy at the bottom there. Look.
Did you see him?
We're going to be banned on YouTube for disrespect.
Did you guys see how fast?
I'm not going to make.
Did you see how fast we went from
I'm not going to make fun of fat people.
drive issues to fat people like that?
The average weight on this panel runs around 225, right?
Well, Wayne, that's the skinny one.
I'm 250 myself.
I don't even know what I am. I think I'm about 10 stone wet.
I left Canada after Christmas and I was
You
199.
believe anything, I'll tell you.
Yeah. I'm 170 soaking wet.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Just like an Australian Bill, just like an Australian dingo.
Yeah, right.
Tell you what,
I'm built to speed. I'm long and skinny.
Bruce, I'm like a racing snake that swallowed a water buffalo. That's the trouble. Is it still warm where you are, mate? All the way down there?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna go to 30 today, which is perfect. That's a cool day for Bill.
At least you don't have to go to jail again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a great time making that video, and it's still, you know how YouTube grades them? It's still 10 out of 10, which is like 0.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck? My subscribers only want to see lawnmowers. That's it. They don't want to see chainsaws. They don't want to see weed whackers. They just want to see lawnmowers. What's with that?
You've got to type.
I got a problem.
You've got to type. We all do. We've all got to type. I make a go-kart and I pick up 10 people for the go-kart and lose 5 people for the everything else. Yeah.
I can't lose 5 people. I'd have none left.
Yeah, right.
Oh dear. So let's go. Let's do the rounds, guys. Let's do the rounds. See what we've all been up to this week. Apart from obviously Bruce, who does nothing all day, apart from wander around on the beach and getting hot. Henry, right? You good self, sir. What have you been up to? Anything?
I'm working on a Skag edger. I did part the 3.5 motor engine, I should say, and going through the whole thing without tearing the whole insides out.
Right.
But just today I had it up to 80 degrees in my shed with that diesel heater.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. I had to shut her down because it was too hot.
Too warm, yeah. I don't really
That's
have
a good problem
in my place, to be honest with you. But everybody I know's got them. Are very impressed with them.
Yeah, very, very impressed. Yep. If I had insulation in there, I bet you I could get it up to 100.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Well, yourself, Ken, you've been up to. I know you've been quite busy with snowblowers.
Trying, but if we ever get snow, that's the problem. You could have all stuff ready, and it takes one good one to get the customers coming out. Otherwise, they don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see
Come up
that?
to my place. There's nobody there, and we got lots.
You see that video that Taro put out about the rivet removal tool?
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd spend $120, but I would take a bolt cutter and modify it. You know,
that would be interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Quite sure you do it, but it's basically a punch, isn't it? Basically.
I've just used the drill and then push the drill, and then push.
Yeah, sure. As long as you got the right size drill, it's straightforward, isn't it? To be honest.
Yeah, they're mostly aluminum rivets for the most part.
Yeah, yeah. I must admit, when I changed my PC this week, the chap said, "We'll take the hard drive out before we bring it down, and I'll transfer it over." So I took the side off, and I thought, "Oh, I need this rivets." So I had to cut the rivets out to get to the inside of the PC. And I got down there in Southampton, and the chap said, "Well, you took off the wrong side, you silly
Yeah,
sod."
that's the wrong side. The rivets are on the side. You're not. That's the back of the motherboard.
That's the one. Yeah, I got it
Yeah.
wrong again, but there we go. Yes, he said to me.
Take a hammer to the hard drive.
Well, it's actually fitted into this new machine as a backup, as memory. But I can't open it. But I mean, that's what Bill and I have been discussing. So we'll get there eventually. We'll get there eventually.
Hey, Bill, isn't there software where you can just plug in and slave a drive so you can see it?
I've got
doesn't
that
work like
software. Ken, I've actually, they sent it to me. That company called Seagate, I bought this
That's mine,
external
yeah.
drive from. They actually supplied me with their recovery software and the license that will last for 30 days.
Yeah.
Now, I ran this thing, and I didn't realize I was not supposed to run anything else. But it took over a day for it to run. And then I came up with an error message. It said, "Oops, something's gone wrong." That's after a day. Now, you can imagine what I said. Well, bless my soul, I said. What a silly thing to have happened.
Delete all / .c.
That's the
No,
one.
you don't want to do that. That's got his pictures that he's trying to save.
Yeah, so I'm hoping I'm going to send it straight up to that company and ask them and see what they can do.
They do make recovery software that will recover anything. When I ran the computer company, we worked for a lot of law firms. And like if you're getting divorced, one side or the other would hand us the computer, and we'd say, "What day do you want?" And then we could reset the computer back to that day, so it was just that day, so they could find whatever they wanted. That wasn't my problem. What they were looking for, my problem was doing what I was told.
Yeah. Well, that's with this. You see, they sent me this software, which is obviously it's obviously very professional, but it takes for hours for it to run, and then it came up with the error message, stating along the lines of broken driver. I have no idea.
Yeah,
It'll be broken when I finish with it. I'll tell you. I'll be honest with you.
Stuck bit.
Let's call it a learning curve, shall we? What about you, Bruce? What about yourself, mate? If you
I had a great week. Partying with my friend from 60 years ago. We've been friends for 60 years. And then you talk about, I hope nobody from the condo association is watching this, because I have a hard time remembering names, right? I mean, if I see something, carburetor, it's in here. So I did this. Each couple we've met, I've drawn a little picture of them. Right? look at old Ron down there. He's in the lounger.
that's great.
What's that thing sticking up there, Bruce?
Hey, Ronaldo, I hope you're taking notes on this.
Big sons.
That's pretty funny, though.
Those pictures.
Yeah.
Dear, oh dear. I think Bruce, I think it's brilliant, mate. But don't give up your day job. You'll never be an artist.
Well, but each person, I started with each thing that stuck out on each person. Like one lady has a really big pair of glasses, or
I can see that on some of that
taller
drawing.
than me, or may have a larger stomach area or something like that. And it was a lot of fun. I had fun with it.
I'd like to see the pictures that you drew of us.
Oh, you don't want to see them.
You don't want to see.
I know all your names, but I know all your names, right? I think.
Lovely. So, Bill, how about yourself, mate? Apart from helping me, John, this week, what else have you been up to, mate?
Well, yesterday made my day. I went shopping. You know, I go around people's houses. They answer an ad. And I picked up a couple of nice 2 or 3 good things. But I picked up a steel 430 backpack blower for $30. And the only thing it's got is the choke lever got bent off on the carburetor. So it needs a carburetor because it's physically damaged. But other than that, looked inside it and everything looks tight. And it's got super compression. But yeah, I've decided next time you guys see me, this will be gone. I figured out how to get rid of it. I have to convince my wife to get rid of it. So what I decided I'm going to do is when she goes on her next trip, I'm bleaching it. I'm going to bleach the part I want cut off. And so I'll have like blonde at the end and she'll go, oh, Lord, and cut it.
It's called a pair of scissors, Bill. Honestly, that's what they're called.
Well, yeah, I have occasionally because she likes it long and I like it short. And when I was working, my hair was always short. And so I told her, I said, I'm just gonna cut it. And I've cut it a couple of times myself, but it doesn't look real good when I do it.
Okay. I think we better move on to Wayne, who's showed his brand new haircut, Wayne, aren't you?
Yeah, no. I'm just saying, Bill, get her done like this. Like that's natural bleached right there, buddy.
I'm getting there. I've got this one little stripe here that's been like this since I was 20 years old. And sooner or later, the rest of it will catch up.
Yeah.
Well, I always say the same as Henry there, that the only reason my beard wouldn't have been ash blonde was I use whitening toothpaste. And I think what's happened is I've done my teeth with whitening toothpaste and it's dribbled onto the beard and it's whitened the beard.
People
go with that.
People are paying big money to get this color in their hair dye right now.
Yeah, that's true.
They call it the ladies call it Arctic blonde
or something.
Arctic blonde.
Arctic blonde. Yeah, that's it. It's Arctic not turning white. It's turning Arctic blonde.
So you've been busy, Wayne? I mean, you always sound to be busy.
No, it really slowed down. Like Kenny said, we got no snow. And so we finally got a chance. Jake's working on building up his own snowblower for the company. Doing that video on that engine swap, 1350, 1450. And I got a chance to finally start working on a YT 4000 riding lawnmower that we purchased. So the only thing I think we got left to do on that lawnmower is put bearings in the front tires instead of the bushings. Jake wants to do the power steering with the thrust washers. And Lube Shuttle just sent us starter package of their new gun with the locking clip. So Jake's going to be working on a video for that. And basically, I'm going to start pulling out all the lawnmowers I got in the shed and getting them ready because I think we're going to have an early spring.
Yeah, it doesn't it? Yeah, it does.
Wyerton and Willie said you were going to have an early spring.
The other one died in Quebec, the poor guy.
And ours,
he's done.
We did ours off a groundhog. Like we have gophers out on the prairie, and ours is Balzac Billy or something.
Balzac? What'd you say?
Yeah, Balzac is really close to Cochrane, which is not far from Knee Hill or Toefield. How's that?
That's where they filmed Corner Gas, isn't it?
Yeah. Wayne, I think you'd like using the bearings. The bushings are much better. I've gone through bearings. Like every year, you got to change them out.
Oh, did you? Oh,
yeah. I wouldn't recommend the bearings at all.
No kidding, eh? Because we put a set of bearings on a John Deere. They were wearing out their bushings, and we swapped out to the bearings, and they haven't had any issues. But we still filled the inside with grease.
Yeah, but I've worn out bearings so quickly that it's impossible to keep putting them on and on and on. You know.
No kidding, eh?
Yeah, I've gone back to bushings.
All right, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I'll talk to Jake about that after I get a chance today.
Yeah, because the bearings are so small, you know, then they're just not worth putting it on. Unless you do the bearings that go in the center and the two ends.
These are only going on the two ends.
Yeah, because they do make the bearings for the center and the two ends. That might be better, but I wouldn't invest in that.
Well, I could. I think I've got the bearings that got the stop ring on them that'll put it on. And I think I've got a bearing that I could slip right into the center.
Hey, is it just me, or is Hank's timing off with his voice versus his sound?
He is a little bit. Yeah, he's a bit
Yeah,
out
a
of sync
little.
at the moment, Hank.
Little.
I don't know what to say.
Turns into a
No, it is.
karate
It
movie.
is.
Here's
Godzilla.
my-
You will pay.
I gotta say, guys, we got Klaus sat there very quietly on his own,
First
and
time
he's
ever.
very undusty Klaus. It's,
That's okay.
not that we want to ask him too much about any cement dust, but
No, please don't.
how you doing, mate?
Are you
I'm
swollen?
good. Thank you.
Do you want to share us? You want to share us all your news?
No.
Oh, dear.
My shop
How's your-
is incapacitated almost because
Still? It's been 2 weeks.
I know. The guy that's supposed to come and do the work is not. Yeah. Let's move on to something else. I worked on a Kohler today. I bought a. It was off an auction. It's one of those. It's a lottery ticket. It's a little 6-horse, horizontal shaft, Command Pro engine, and I took some good advice from Hank. Where's Hank? Hank disappeared.
He's just logging on again.
I don't know what they did to this thing. It's one of those constant running. It has an oil level indicator sensor thing, and I don't know what it's off. I found Kenny showed me how to look up the number so you could actually see what machine it comes from. It's not something that I know of. I think it may be some type of roadworks machine cutter something. But I got it running, freshened it up, got all the dents out of it, did a little painting, put it up for sale this afternoon. So and you know what? It runs great. I did the oil change as Hank suggested, and it smoked for about 5 minutes and it disappeared. And it's sweet. One pull start and
What's
nice
the
little
make?
engine.
What's the make on that?
It's a Kohler Command Pro, 6-horse.
Six horsepower. That's a small one.
Yeah, usually
is a
they're on
small-
like log splitters and leaf blowers, things like that.
Horizontal shaft.
Ken's
Horizontal
your man for
shaft
Kohler,
goes.
surely. He's the Kohler expert.
Oh yeah, Hank, how's your timing?
Better or what?
Oh yeah, you're good.
That's better.
You're
You're,
right on
you're
much
back
better.
again, Henry. You're back again, mate.
I'm
You-
You
back.
look just
you-
like the other. You look just like the other Hank.
Only better looking this one, I thought.
You were saying, Wayne?
Horizontal or vertical?
It's a horizontal.
Yeah.
It seems like a nice, sturdy little engine. Looks a lot like a Honda. But
You put that in your go-kart, Bill.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm running 8 pounds of torque or 8 and change now.
Mm-hmm.
It's,
So yeah, that was my. That's all I did this week. But yeah.
Right, well then, guys, what I thought I'd do this evening is you've been very helpful on about this never-ending cycle of scooters. I was talking about it. I thought I'd bring it into it, or no, I'll bring in the steering mechanism.
We
Just
gave
to
you so
show
much
you what
advice.
I've
We
got.
gave you so much advice. I have to interrupt. We gave you so much advice on that. We were probably driving you nuts.
yeah.
Well, not really, Bruce, because I'm one of these people. I was always taught if you don't, there's no such thing as a stupid question. There's lots and lots of people that are stupid because they don't ask questions.
Correct.
Yeah, true.
And that's the way you learn. And
I tell you, it's
yeah. So I'm going to bring myself up a minute. Whoop.
it's the vertical thing.
Here we go.
It's not completely vertical. That's the whole problem.
That's the problem. So there's a set of wheels, okay?
Yep.
Really?
And then you see it sits into the bottom of the tiller using this bolt. Where are we? Run the other way. And this then will then clamp the whole lot together from underneath, yeah? If you can imagine. Now then. Here's the tiller. And it's constructed, I want to make sure you guys can see this, with a seal, which fits over there, which does nothing apart from keep water out, okay? Followed by a bearing,
I think those bearings are okay.
followed by a spacer. Does tend to rattle about a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Followed by another spacer. And that is the
Oh,
assembly that sits inside the.
I'll say, where's the inner race?
Yeah, that's the inner race that sits in there.
Yeah, it's that shaft just isn't straight up and down.
Well, this shaft is square.
Yeah, but Phil, where's the casting that goes into?
The casting is on the actual scooter
wheels.
itself, which I can't get in the house. Too big. But when then, if you can imagine, then obviously, and the whole lot gets clamped together, like so.
Yep.
And that's the completed assembly.
So where's the wear that allows that angle to be weird?
Well,
It would be a warp in the body itself.
Yeah, the
some
body
of us
itself,
think,
all
some
of
of
this
us think
here
there's nothing wrong, Phil.
sits in the body. Yeah.
Hey, Phil, I'm just wondering if you ground a little bit off that spacer to increase the preload on the tapered roller bearings, if that would do anything.
Well, off there, Ken.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
that what establishes the preload on the tapered roller bearings.
Sure. Now, does it matter? You think that there's a bit of movement on that?
Well,
Yeah.
once it's together with the casting,
No,
there
because
shouldn't be
it's
any.
all carried by the bearings. It doesn't matter. It's just a spacer.
It's just a spacer. That's what I
Yeah.
thought. Yeah.
That spacer's likely as anything just to hold it together when they build it.
Right?
No,
Usually the
Yeah.
no,
And it would
it
prevent
does.
the
It
bearings
does.
from
As Kenny,
mashing
it
down
does
on
as
each
Kenny
other.
says. It does the preload on the bearings.
Yeah.
Yeah, the spacer is how you establish preload on a tapered roller.
So, are we saying that I don't have enough preload, or is there's nowhere I can see? Let me just come out of
Well,
there.
when you put it together, Phil, you have to see if you have any shake in the assembly. Put a
Yeah,
diamond
sure,
indicator on
sure.
to see if you have any shake, which means no preload.
I'll bet if you were to put a
Usually-
2-degree
usually
bend in the
Timken's-
middle of it, it would go away.
Usually, Timkins work with a torque preload where you put a torque wrench on it. You see a breakaway torque. That's how you dial them in.
Right. Okay.
Nick's killing me here.
Ouch, Mick.
And I just thought I'd show you guys, at least what I've got. Hang on. Do you want to go out? I just got to let a dog out a second. 2 seconds. Do you
Want
want
to go to the bathroom? I thought I would say horse.
Let the cat out.
No, the dog wants her wee. Go on then. Good girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Annie just walked
Klaus
out.
was permanently amazed.
I
for a
just had
second there.
I made a strange comment that is it possible that there's nothing wrong with it and that rear wheel can pull up when you're turning? Like the inside wheel comes off the ground and you're steering with the
Yeah,
front?
the problem is, and Bill was absolutely right, and other people have said exactly the same, Ken as well, but that has to be completely upright, that shaft,
Okay.
so that when it does this. And
Yeah,
the
it
problem
can't-
I can see
It
actually
can't
when
be
it's
bearings.
fitted, that when it's fitted, I believe it's fitted slightly like so.
Yes.
That's what I think, because the only way that can happen is that the cross member this all sits in is being bent. But
But it's
that's
bent the way you wouldn't think it would get bent. You would think if it got bent by too much weight on it, it would bend like this, but it appears to actually be bent like this, just a little bit.
Yeah,
I see.
Like the front wheels are actually in a little bit. That's why I said it might be, the whole thing might be set up so that, there's no nice way to say it. So let's say a generously proportioned human, we won't say fat, but we'll say a generously proportioned human would bow it out.
sure. Yeah. Well, the only reason I'm saying because I still have my original one, and I can cross-check between the two. Yeah. And
Is
the
your
one,
new-
my original one does not have this problem.
Okay.
Do you have
there
an
go.
L? You have an L, a
Yeah.
big L, like a 4-foot L, or I'm sorry, a
So
2-foot L?
the old one has got a 2-wheel steer as well.
Yeah. Hang on, let me dog in 2 seconds. Hiya, Mick.
We all just want to help you so bad, Phil. We're all yakking at the same time.
To be fair, I just want to be clear. I don't. So you lot can carry on. I'm not really into helping fill out. I've had enough of this all week already. So you guys carry on.
He tells lies. Did you get my message, Mick, asking to resend me that file, the thing to that drawing? I lost it.
But it'd be in the email I sent you.
I can't find the email, mate. I think I've lost the email.
Remember, Mick, we're all old enough to be your dad. Most
Yeah,
of us.
I'm not disputing that. But if you just go to emails and just punch in Mick's Mowers, it will come up.
It's not come up, mate. You send it to my. Which one you sent it to? My address, my private one, or the.
Oh, we discussed this yesterday. We had two discussions yesterday about the emails, and we discussed
There's only
it.
one email on there, mate.
What email's on there?
The one with the text.
No, I sent one directly after that onto the same email address, and you opened it and you identified the parts.
Yeah,
This is
but I
exactly
can't
the same conversation I have with my dad.
That's also disappeared, Mick.
All right. Just get right. I'll send it again.
Nick, you might as well just resend it.
I'm going to Ken, for the sake of everyone else's sanity, I'm going to resend it. Right, sent emails. Philip, there he is there.
Hey, Bill, why don't you tell Phil how to check his email?
Yeah. First, you go to AOL.com.
Forward.
Listen, it's an age thing.
Right, on its way, Phil.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. I'll have a look at that.
You just
you're
sent it to
welcome,
me.
Tom.
You just sent it to me, Mick.
No, trust me, Bruce, you're under a completely different email address.
Mick, your sound is horrible tonight.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
like
let me
you're
come out.
talking into a
Yeah, it's just that thing. I'll be back.
He put a pillow on top of his.
I wonder if
Yeah.
if the dog's pissed on his mic.
Oh, good baby.
Oh,
Or chewed it.
Yeah. Little dog.
He's got two of them now.
Yeah, he lost his fang tooth. Maybe that's how.
Already?
Yeah, they thought it was a fingernail. It was a nail, a claw. It was a tooth.
Yeah.
Baby teeth.
Losing his baby teeth already? That's a young dog.
Was it 10, 11 weeks already, Pip?
For
Yeah,
baby teeth, that thing is huge.
It is, yeah.
Can I
It was
put a dog
he said
on
it
it
was
for you?
one of the canines, yeah.
Yeah.
So, Phil, how many you got watching today?
where are we? We've got
43.
There's
43
people watching at the moment.
I
Which is
commented-
And there's only 24 who has hit the thumbs up. Come on, guys, get
Yeah.
it together.
I commented on Pate's live this morning, told him everybody come over to Conkers at 2:00. Let's get him more viewers.
How many
Brilliant,
showed up?
thank
They
you.
all said they'd come over, but if they saw Mick, they might drop off.
Whoa.
Somebody just dropped out and just went to 42.
That's what he gets for calling me his cupcake.
I tell you something, old man. I wish you'd drop out.
Okay.
Oh, dude.
Play
Good
nice,
stuff.
boys.
Good stuff.
I've missed you too, Wayne. Funnily enough.
I miss you too, sir.
Oh, sir. Now is it going back to sir? Are we?
Well, you got to take care of your friends, eh?
And Mick.
And Mick, yeah.
Yeah. I don't care what they say about Mick. I think he's a great guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't care what I've heard. I
Awesome.
like him too.
Tommy's asking what the bearing house is made of. It's cast alloy with the cup
Okay.
part of the bearings pressed in.
You got to think, though, if the bearings were loose in any way, it would go the other way. It would go away from you.
But once the whole thing is clamped together, it can't move anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, if the bearings were to go loose, it would naturally try to go away from the center,
Yeah.
assuming that it's got the right angle in the first place.
Yeah. I just can't see how it's going to get bent. You know, it's
So I put in a suggestion you should go shop and see what a new one looks like and take a tape measure.
So that spacer you keep identifying, Conk, that's actually listed as a bushing on the ID on the diagram. So I'm just wondering if, like Kenny was saying, it's a good idea, Ken, to reduce the height of that to increase the pressure on the bearing. That's a good idea.
Well, I said you could tell there would be shake in the assembly.
Yeah, 100%. I'm just wondering, due to the excessive use and weight the machine's carrying, if that bushing is not slightly worn on the shaft, and a new bushing would help.
I was wondering, because, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Conker, but the issue is something about the angle of which the whole assembly sits.
Yes, you're right, Klaus. I think it's all to do with the angle of the bedangle.
Oh, that one.
For it to work properly, Klaus, the axle, the wheels, or the axle of the wheels has to be exactly perpendicular.
Okay.
So
let's say that you have an issue where maybe one of the bearings can creep up or doesn't seat right or something. All of a sudden, you'll get play.
Yeah.
Or if somebody took the handle and too often tried to pull themselves up. I mean,
that's exactly what I said to him, Klaus. He needs to put it together and then push the handset forward slightly and then turn it to see if it does the same. I think, as I say, it's due to excessive use and excessive weight on the machine.
I mean, if it's designed to run with zero caster, you can put an indicator on and see if you got any forward or reverse play.
That's what I was saying. Do you have a square? If you've got an L, then you can
no
put it on it and see if you've got any variation.
Just check that, you see.
Failing that, you could just be not a tight arse and buy the new part required and just bloody fit it.
Okay. Yeah, but if the frame is bent, it'll still be bent.
But if the frame, it's not going to help much, is it?
Yeah, because if the frame is bent, it'll still be bent with a new part on it.
If it's the frame that is slightly off.
So what you're saying is that potentially the only way to really identify if this will work is for Phil to lose a bit of weight to see if it's the weight that you can.
Right, sorry guys, what we were saying.
Good move.
The only way to fix it is buy a brand new one.
Well, I think we ought to have a whip around for me.
Hydraulic
and I'll
press.
let you know when you've got enough money.
I haven't got any whips. Always be out. Sorry, yes, we have. We've got two. Sorry.
I was thinking of like a 10-foot pry bar and just straighten the chassis on that thing and see what happens.
My God, that woman puts up with a lot.
Oh yeah. Have you guys met her husband?
How is Trudy? How is Trudy, Bruce? Is she okay as well?
She's down at the pool.
Yes. Did she say this morning, are you going metal detecting again, honey? Good. See you later on.
Jeez, you know what?
Yeah, she says, send Juan up when you go because he's going to help me clean up the apartment or something. Yeah, that's it.
just send Juan up, not two.
Juan deer.
Yeah.
Juan deer.
Yeah. You heard about the tractor salesman who left his wife, and she got a John Deere letter.
Yeah. Not a Dear John letter.
Straight up and down.
A John Deere letter.
That's positive caster. That's negative caster. That's zero caster.
I would probably try what Kenny said. To be fair, that bushing, just take a foul off of that and just see if that increases the pressure on the bearings. I dare say it's one of them things that's not bolted right down tight, conk with an impact. It's just sort of clipped on or done up with a.
It had Loctite on it, so it's probably not supposed to be that tight when you tighten it.
Yeah, I did impact it back together, and it was still the same when I reassembled it the other night.
I am so bad, Phil.
I am sort of. I don't know about you guys, but I'm sort of getting a flavour for a little road trip coming up. That's the sort of flavour I'm getting.
I'm not home for another month yet.
For our friend Bill, that's a Stratocaster, but that's
yeah.
Hey, there's 47 people in the house, guys. That's
a Strata what? A cup coaster.
Yeah.
It's Stratodictomy scored.
Oh, really?
I've actually got Stratocaster cup coasters.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what to do with one of those things. So,
well, if you want to bring it down, Conk, bring lunch, and we'll have a little look at it. And do a bit of work if you want to, mate. You don't have to.
Don't forget the Cornish pasties.
Yeah.
He already said he wants to do it by himself.
Oh, does he? Okay, fair enough. So
Yeah, I'm still saying,
Every
2 more
angle.
millimeters of washer. Just 2 more millimeters of washer, and she'll be square.
that's fine then. That's fine, Hank. I get that. So in other words, Conk, quit your whinging and get on with it.
Yeah.
Phil, all you got to do is take all the instruments you stole when you quit Dyson, rig it all up, okay, and indicate it in, and then you'll be all set.
Look what Al McLean is writing. Just take one of the wheels off. All your problems will be gone.
That's what I said to him earlier on. That's what I said to him. Make it a three-wheeler.
Yeah, a 3-legged table. All legs always touch the ground.
Oh dear.
Phil, you could take off the wheels and just put a roller on the front, right? There you go.
So, you know, I knew I'd get sensible answers to my question tonight.
Yeah,
Fine,
I've done
Matt.
2 more
Fine, Matt.
millimeters of washer.
You could take the front wheel off and then put a Atco Balmoral cutting real mower cassette on the front of it. You can cut the grass at the same time.
There you go.
Well, I should leave nice straight lines in the road and nothing else, then, wouldn't it?
He'd have to have one of those steel bars if he's going to do that in the back to make it flat.
That'd be all right.
Yeah, but then when he do aisle races down at the local supermarket with his buddies, that's not going to work well with that reel, is it?
Nobody's going to want to be in front of him.
So, see, the lucky people said it's this cross member that all this sits in. That's the problem. That's bent.
Yeah.
But,
Front axle, but the front axle, but I can't see how that's bent, Conk.
That is serious piece of steel, a bit of metal. That is. You take some serious. I even thought about putting a bar in there and see if I could twist it.
Hey,
open
you know
I
what
think
just
that would
occurred
be-
to me?
yeah.
It'd be really funny to go through all this and then realize that the wheels were put on this way and they were supposed to be put on this way.
Yeah, they can only go one way. They can only go one way, Bill. I know.
Yeah, I just thought it's like, if the wheels were
Yeah.
on backwards, it might make it 1 degree this way to
What
1
is
degree
that?
this way.
What is that bushing made of, Conk? Is it made of aluminium or what?
No, it's made out of aluminum.
Don't be flippant, Bruce.
See, there we go. There we
steel,
go.
isn't it? Like it's steel.
Where's your magnet?
It's magnet. It's
That guy looks
magnetized. It's
completely
steel.
proud of himself for that little mess too.
I'm surprised.
that's right.
I'm surprised it's not made of something sort of inferior. So it would be a sacrificial part.
Hey, everybody here should be paying attention because we're all probably going to be using one of these things in a few years. Eh?
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
the only thing
I can't wait to see Bruce use one and put that 13 horse engine he's got in the workshop on it. That's what I can't wait to see.
Oh yeah.
Going down the mall with a Smoky Tecumseh.
The Kohler engine will weigh more than the units.
Now, the only thing I can see, and I don't know if you can break, there's a slight bit of
Yeah.
It's like- it's almost-
Yeah.
Galling,
Yeah.
galling.
Yeah. If Tom was here, he'd have his gauges out. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But Conker, that's the spacer, right?
It's a bushing,
that's
Klaus.
a
It's not a
spacer,
spacer. It's not a spacer. It's a
Hey,
bushing.
I'm so sorry. Bushing.
Yeah, it's a bushing. Yeah. Well, it's
Right,
identified as although it is a space, it's identified as a bushing, and that's what made me think, Klaus. If it's technically, it's going against that crankshaft of a steering arm, isn't it? I'm just wondering what the spec is of that. If you could find out the spec of that bushing to see what it is now, what you've got, I wonder what the difference would be.
Yeah, there's
As long as
definitely
it
a
fits
wear
the
on
inner
there.
race of the bearings.
Hey?
As long as it fits the inner race of the bearing.
Well, tapered roller bearing, the idea that doesn't mean anything. It's the overall length which preloads the rollers.
And strangely enough, can you see there?
Yeah.
What are you using the middle finger for?
There we go. Kenny is a little sensitive.
That
Conker, don't
screw
worry.
there is missing.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it doesn't go anywhere near this.
Nope.
No, it wouldn't.
No, that's just for the spindle to stick in, so it doesn't get.
Well,
loose.
yeah, but if that spindle if that spindle that goes down isn't screwed home and butted up against the back of that shaft, that must mean you've got some slack there.
But on the shaft, you see, there's no.
Is there a flat on the shaft for the screw?
There's no witness mark at all on the shaft.
No.
I wonder if you just don't put a little bolt in there, Conk, and just
What's
wind
the
that
fit
home.
what's the fit of that shaft to the bore? Sloppy or tight?
Phil,
Well,
just
this-
looking at that, looks like that whole mess could go in one way or the other.
But the actual bearing.
The entire front section there that
No,
you're holding in your hand.
Conker, Conker,
could be reversed and put back in.
Conker, put the wheeled section in that shaft where it belongs. Leave the bearings off.
How much rock you got in it?
Yeah, how much you got in?
How much rocking? Free play.
Anything?
What's the
A
diameter?
tad, not a great deal, just a tad.
No. But that might be exaggerated with weight and everything else. You see, I'd put a little tiny bolt in there, Conker, and just wind that home. See what happens.
Yeah,
But that doesn't
wait.
matter because it's carried by the bearings.
Yeah.
You know, we're
But,
all
well,
the bearings
to a degree
back.
it is. To a degree it is, Klaus. But it's only going to be if the shaft is carried, that the handle set is carried. But actually, it's the problem with the wheel as well. So it could be below that.
Are the wheels centered on the axle?
these, yeah,
You could. Yeah,
Okay.
you could, yeah.
yeah. I'll
Okay,
check
so
on that.
reversing it wouldn't make any difference.
No, whatsoever.
I did suggest to Conker try driving it in reverse everywhere. He just thought that wasn't funny.
You know, we're all thinking that that it might be bent this way, but was it designed with a chamfer this way?
Yeah, possibly.
Well,
Yeah.
Henry, when I turn the tiller,
Yeah.
the wheels will actually clash against the part of the chassis behind them.
That's why I keep saying that they've got to come forward some.
It's got to come
because
forward. But I
everything's
tried that.
unnatural on it right now.
But I put the spacers in there. I put 4 washers either side. Yes, it cleared, but it still had the same problem with one wheel lifting.
But
I'm
it
telling you.
minimized that though, right?
Maybe a tad, yeah. Maybe a tad.
Yeah, because that's
Maybe somebody had a head on with it, and it, you know.
To be
the guy
fair,
I got it
to-
from, he didn't look after it. To be fair,
To be fair, Klaus, I think that might have had many already special travel homes from the pub with Conker on that some nights, and that could have been
I've never been on the damn thing.
subject to quite a bit of abuse on the way home after that 15 pints of ale.
I've never actually drove it ever. He did say to me, "Oh, there's a problem with the steering." Bloody right, there is. Oh well, we'll sort it out one way or the other.
Yeah.
And they want to buy a cheap scooter.
You can poke that with your arse.
Doesn't sound cheap.
Some assembly required.
You could always send it to Hank. He's in the market for a sensible bit of road. No, hold on. I'm just saying you're in the market for a sensible vehicle at the moment.
Not that guy neither. No minivans. Come on.
Head scooter is big, 4-wheel driven, and red. It's got a V8 in it.
There you go.
I only use it for when we come off the cruise ship to get around. It's I want to use it in Seneca.
I'm telling you, you got to get it. You got to get it chipped. You got to get the
you were
chip.
saying the other day.
Okay, Wayne's being awful quiet over there. Come on.
To be fair, Hank, I thought you fell asleep. So to be fair,
Pacifico. Ooh.
I couldn't take it.
Cheers, Bruce. What are you drinking? Klaus, are you drinking tonight?
I
Cheers.
absolutely, of course I am.
Does a-
I'm with
does a-
you guys.
does a
It's
rocking horse have a wooden dick?
I like
The
that.
spare
I
shit
wasn't
before-
going to have one, but this conversation,
Manual, Mick? Like a spare part?
this conversation
Hey?
drove me to drinking.
Is Klaus drinking tonight? Does a rocking horse have a wooden dick?
Klaus could never
Good, I like
have
that.
a straight.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I got to write that one down.
That's what I tell everybody. You guys drive me to drink. Cheers.
I just drink for medicinal
It's a
purposes.
nice-
I just happen to be
tonight-
quite ill.
Tonight it's a nice porter. Very nice.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
it.
So Phil,
good.
we're not helping you at all.
Well, I think he's got to buy some new parts for it because at the moment it is what it is. So until he invests in some new parts, i.e., bushings, I think the bearings will probably be all right. But until he gets some new bushings on it, he's not going to know. You might get that new bushing, Conk, and you'll slide it on the shaft, and you think, do you know what? That's a lot more snug. It could just be warm.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think-
I've got
I
two
think
of
with
these
the-
on order. They're on order now. I told you
I
what
think-
they cost, did I?
Yeah. But I think with the cost of parts for that thing, Conker, you definitely need a good diagnose. You need to know what's wrong with it before you order parts.
Yeah.
Hey,
You know, there's, you still
warning,
have that, you still have that other choice of learning to like it this way.
Warning, warning, warning. You got it cheap from a rich guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true, Bruce. I can't argue with you. But that's the only thing I have noticed. The only real thing I've noticed is this wear on that collar. And that's
Yeah.
the only thing I've noticed with it. And it's
That's
definitely
not
wear.
nearly.
If you put
Even
it on a
without
flat
that, you
surface,
couldn't get that
Conker,
much out.
Conker, if you put it on a flat surface, is it steady or does it rock a little bit? If you put
On a
it down
flat
on the table,
surface with the wheels facing forward, it's steady.
no, I mean if you put it down on the, say on your tabletop, can you rock it or is it?
It's flush. Is it flush, Conk?
Yeah,
Yeah, flush. Yeah, thank you.
It's only when I move the tiller that the rear wheel
But
comes
is the
off
frame
the ground.
flush? The frame
No,
itself.
I mean the bushing. Is it flush?
Oh.
Have you tried looking at it with your eyes slightly squinted like that? Does that improve it if you do that, or does it make it worse if you do that? You know what I mean, Wayne? Sometimes you do a dodgy bit of work. You think, if I squint my eyes, that don't look quite so bad.
I got you. That's exactly right. You got to squint to see sometimes.
Yeah.
I was trying to understand what you were saying, Klaus. There's 47 people in the house. Welcome, everybody. Good to see you all.
Yeah, where do I can't see that number today. Where is that number?
I can see it top left-hand corner. I think I'm the only one that can see it.
That'd be on you. That'd be on YouTube, Bruce.
Yeah, I've got the page up to the side.
If you take your bushing, is it flush?
Well, this bushing here.
33 lights.
Yes.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yes, it is. There's no movement.
Okay.
I would just grind a bit off of that conk, like in your lathe, like the good old engineer Ken said, just to see, because you've ordered a new one, so you're not going to lose nothing, are you?
No, I can take a couple foul off, no problem at all. You know, it's
Well, yeah, but if the
or maybe you shouldn't, because if it works, you have $300 worth of parts coming.
I would put it together just to see if you have any shake in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I tried that.
Ken, can you do that? Can you do that shaking dance again for me?
That's Klaus's dance.
No. Mine is like this. Ken's is like this. This is mine.
Go, Klaus, go.
I need the right music and the right. Yeah.
Yeah, Phil, we're still wearing alcohol. What is it?
Like I said, dancing is a vertical expression of a horizontal idea.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's a bit deep, Bruce. To be honest,
No,
Bruce.
Half a beer and I'm.
Tar Heel says, Mick, did you ever get your wish list sorted out? No, mate, never did get my wish list sorted out. Mate, never did get it authorized. I don't know how to do it. I need someone to walk me through it. However, there is a link. If someone put my link in the chat, there's one there.
You say you send out I can't open that inbox. Oh, for Christ's sake!
Do you know what, Conk? I'll send you a link. I'll just write you a letter instead.
Mick, do what they did when he was a kid. Just put it, tape it to a horse and send the horse to his house.
Unbelievable.
No, I can see it inbox. I can see there's something there, but it won't open the inbox for some reason. It must be.
I'll tell you something. He said earlier on, there's no such thing as a stupid question. You try answering a phone call from him at 8:30 in the morning. I'm telling you.
It keeps me out of mischief, mate, and nothing else.
I
know.
This requires more beer.
Excuse me.
That's what I say. Klaus and Conker rings me up before I answer the phone.
Hey, Bruce, you see Motor Coach responded to you. That's why you don't have sex standing up, because it could lead to dancing.
We normally it's answered by a stream of expletives, and that's Mick, not me.
Yeah, isn't it?
How's that dog, by the way, Mick? You got her in the bath today, did you?
Yeah, doing all good. What's this? Mark V8 man. Hi Mick, how are you doing? Need to ask away, Mark. I can't see the comments really, so I'm going to flick to and fro. So Conker put them up there.
What's
yeah,
that?
doing all right, mate. Yeah, she's doing okay. She lost a tooth today. Tooth came out. We've been giving her the old chew bone. So she lost a tooth today, and yeah, she's doing okay, bruv. Yeah, she's doing all right. Settled in. So
it's actually a smart little dog.
Put it up on the screen. You want to ask a question, Mark? Put it up on the screen, mate.
Yeah, it's a smart little dog, Bruce. She had another bath today. She was stinking, so I threw her in the old bathtub, and yeah, she's doing okay. She's doing all right.
Another tooth row in.
Yeah, you certainly have puppy teeth. Yeah, just smashing the old teeth out because they're like babies. They start to teeth. They want to chew. So plenty of chew toys scattered about the place, and it decreases the chewing.
Yeah, they often end up swallowing them without you even realizing, don't you? It's they drop out and they're gone. But,
you end up like Luke.
Yeah.
Phil, you got a mini lathe?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because that's what you did your video on when you put the dial indicator to the shaft.
He's got a Myford 8.
Myford ML7.
ML7, yeah, beautiful.
So can you make your own bushing if you can't get one, or did you order that bushing?
The bushing is only less than £10, Wayne. The bushing is not worth messing around.
What's that in Canadian dollars? 10 pounds. Is it $2? $2 per pound, or
no? It's probably about $7.
$7, $1.50 Canadian a pound.
300 Canadian.
Yeah, I don't think it's machine that it will be a tight fit over the shaft. There's certainly it's a floppy fit.
Yeah, you would think the bushing should be a slip fit.
Yeah, this would slip in and slip sideways as well.
It is a fine machine piece, so you think it would all fit together like an air
ID.
Yeah, this is but there is no sign of wear on it apart from
Can't you just buy one of them e-scooters? That'd be better, wouldn't it? I like to see you go down the road on one of them. Because they do about 35 mile an hour, don't they? That'd be great to see you on one of them.
I bet you the old guy smashed over the curbs on his way home from the pub.
Looking at this now, because I hadn't really looked at it closely, there is a lot of signs of wear on the inside.
There is.
That's what I'm saying. I wonder if you can't look up the technical drawings for that and see what the spec is on that.
Yeah, you might not need new bearings. You might just need a new bushing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh well, yeah. I dare say this video and subject will probably go on for the next 9 months. So it'll probably go on for about as long as Bruce's John Deere snow thrower.
No pouting.
You know what?
Come on, Bruce. That was straight off the hip.
If you live in snow country and you got a John Deere 7 horsepower snowblower, you're the man.
You are.
Right, Wayne?
You are that.
Yeah. They don't work too good when it's really wet snow, though. Unless you got one of those old snow blowers that got like the 8-inch diameter opening on the chute, and it just chucks her out of there.
You know what? On my other one, Wayne, I did the rubbers, the rubber seal on the impeller. Yeah, that'd make a heck of a difference.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So Mark says he's got a Briggs and Stratton lawnmower with no spark. It won't start. Okay, so first thing, Mark, take the coil wire off the coil and try and start it, but you won't be able to stop it unless you pull the HT lead up or ground it out. So try that first.
Kill wire.
If you and try that. If you got a spark, then it is the coil, or the coil gap. Make sure it's gapped correctly. If not, it might have a break in the wire from the coil to the dead man's handle. So check for continuity.
Even be as simple as a shorted out spark plug too.
Yeah, could be a plug. But take the coil wire off first, mate, and just give it a pull. See if that starts. If that starts, then that will lead you to two things.
When you say the coil wire, Mick, what do you mean?
The kill wire.
That's the wire that's on the coil.
Yeah,
take that off.
The kill wire. Yeah.
Take that off, mate. Yeah, and try that. But then if it does run, then it's a problem with the coil, the gap to the coil to the flywheel, or the kill wire itself, or actually the micro switch might be fouling as well. One or the other.
When you put the coil on,
a bunch of metal, make sure you ground somewhere.
Make sure you got a good ground where you bolted the coil on, because if there's dirt and stuff underneath there and it's not grounded properly, it won't spark good.
Is that a Briggs and Strat Classic engine, Mark, or is that a E series or Quantum? What engine is that on, mate? Just so we know for micro switch failure rate, because the Quantums and the Classics have a slightly higher. Yeah, they do. The Quantums and Classics have them. Classics are on the back, Quantums are underneath the flywheel or to the side of the flywheel, and you might just have to adjust the slide arm on the kill switch just to bend it down a touch, so that when you release the dead man, it clears the switch.
We had that problem.
I've had them
with yours, Mick, didn't we? We had to do that on
That's
the.
right, sweet.
I've had cables that are, you know, in a poor state inside, so they stretch a little bit.
Yeah.
So they're not broken, but it feels right. You
They look like they're
take the
pulling
dead
the
man's
thing.
handle, you clamp it down, but the thing doesn't move enough, so it's still shortening it out, so you won't get a spark.
Yeah.
It's a possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's another question there, guys, from Adam. Anybody wants to answer that one?
I'm after a 19-tooth pinion gear.
For the starter.
It depends on the diametral pitch of the flywheel. If it's the same DP, then you can do it, but it all depends on the gear meshing.
But it's only 14 or 16, not 19 or 16.
Usually it's 60. I've never heard of a 19.
Yeah,
No,
I've never heard of a 19.
14 or
If
16.
you're going too high, Adam, you may burn out your starter.
Well, it's a different pitch. It won't mesh correctly.
Yeah, it won't mesh.
You got to have the
That
same
depends on
diametric pitch.
On that
Yeah,
coil
yeah. Then it'll be too big and it won't fit. You're right. Yeah.
on that coil issue, you got to make sure you got the coil not upside down.
That too, where it says
Yeah,
flywheel
that's a
side.
classic. That's
You know,
a
as a
classic.
matter of fact, I got a phone call from a guy that had an engine, and he said he's done everything to it. He's done valves, he's checked the keyway, he's checked everything, and it sputters and it's backfiring. I never asked him to check if somebody put the coil upside down. That'll
Yeah.
do it.
You know
Yeah.
what?
Usually the kill tab is usually on the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or it says,
there is.
or it says
There is a reverse polarity coil out there on the odd ones around 1999 or 1998. There is a reverse polarity coil too. You got that one. blew me
Wowzers.
away.
Why did they do that for only a couple of years, Bruce?
I have no. Pardon me.
Why did they do it just for around that period?
Yeah, I
They're
don't
just
know. But
so-
it was Zippo Varka got me onto it, and I actually checked it. and
Yeah,
I
depending
changed-
on the magnets in the flywheel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got the
Which way the
magnet.
north and south is.
Yeah, you could
Exactly.
send a flywheel in and they'll reverse the magnetism
Yeah.
too.
They'll redo them. Yeah.
north, south, south, north.
Briggs and Stratton Classic. Okay, so just the micro switch is at the back of the engine, under the normally on a little tiny cover, which is a 1/4-inch socket.
Yeah.
Just take that off and a bit of carb spray, mate. Just give it a good clean, because they get very, very gunky. Grass gets underneath that cover, and it can foul the switch. And if it fouls the switch, then you're not going to create the gap needed. So give it a good carb spray off, clean it off, make sure that's nice and clean, mate. That's the only reason I asked.
You got
And they do pinch as well. When you put the recoil cover back on, they do pinch. Just you can do a continuity test between the two ends just to check it's right.
I hope you're taking notes, Mark, because I think you got pretty good idea of what was wrong with the engine. One of the things that was discussed.
Hi, Big John.
That would you
John.
look at a handsome guy in a nice t-shirt.
Do you know what?
What
Do you know what, Klaus? Do you know what, Klaus? I have to agree. I don't know how one man could be so ugly with just one head. It's amazing.
Well, I don't. When you talk micro switch, I don't consider those a micro switch because they're so big.
Yeah.
But they are.
It's a big,
Well, to be fair, Bruce, it all depends on the size of your hands. That's as simple as that.
maybe it's a macro switch. It's a macro micro.
It's
I
still
mean,
a good-looking t-shirt, John.
I've got one very similar, but I use mine for rags.
You know that you look good in that
But
red
you know,
t-shirt.
the funny thing is, I don't have one that I can use for rags.
I don't have your address. I don't have your address to send you one, Klaus.
Back to Steve.
Oh yeah.
Who's watching Steve?
There's only two in existence.
Bruce, you got to get onto Spreadshirt, my friend.
I know.
No investment required. You could do it all while you're on vacation.
No,
I think you ought to spread the t-shirts around.
Yeah.
Look, I kind of, it's a lot like Hank's, actually.
Nighty night. He's out.
He's out.
What were you saying, Bruce?
Oh, I kind of modeled mine after yours, Hank. You know, a nice small
Yeah,
logo.
that's all you need. Yeah.
I've seen that Tintin before. People put the cover back on and pinch the HT lead. Seen that as well.
Saying that, actually, Bruce did a video a little while ago, and I've never ever come across this, and some people have. And some of the Briggs and Stratton classics come with the metal HT lead boot cap, and they can also be at fault as well. So
They have a 5,000 ohm resistor in them too. Those dogs.
yeah, I've never ever seen it, Bruce, until it was. You're taking the piss, right? I've never seen that, and yeah, it's a good video. So it could be HT lead as well. Cap.
I remember being a kid and cutting the lawn in the rain with the rear-facing spark plug and putting my foot on a push at once.
Bill, to be fair, when you was a kid, Bill, that goes back way too long. I can even consider remembering.
You haven't seen one of those motors.
Those metal.
Is that the type of motor you have to feed with hay?
Everybody say hi to Trudy.
Hi, Trudy.
Hi, Trudy.
Hi, Trudy.
Hi,
y'all.
There she is.
Tell you what, Bruce, you're
Where's Juan?
way over your weight there, boy. I'll tell you.
Yeah, lucky man, Brucey boy.
Where's
He
Juan?
looks after me so well.
She comes in, she waves, and she says, "Okay, now I'm bored. Bye."
Yeah, that's right. But you know what? They closed the pool today. It's been getting murky, and the pool maintenance guys haven't been doing a very good job.
That's always
Somebody had an accident in the pool.
That's always a problem, Bruce. When you go to a hotel full of old people in a pool, I'm sorry, it's going to be one of them things.
The water.
You got to watch out for those floaters.
I know. I call it old lady soup. I haven't even been in the pool, and it's been 5 weeks.
You can always tell, Bruce, because some old person gets out and they've got this pink dye running down their legs. It's a dead giveaway.
It's the pool. The top 4 inches of the water are pure DNA.
Or two people have been in there all day and they're drinking beer and they haven't come out.
Yeah, exactly.
We were always told as kids that if you pissed in the water, it would go purple. So as we grew up, as kids,
they actually have a dye that does it.
Never did mine because I tried.
That's why I don't go anywhere near pools.
I got to say, guys, if I have to go in the water and I'm not that fond of it, it has to be salt water and an ocean.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm not going in.
Close. There's a billion people using that one.
Yeah, but there's a little more water to thin it out, you know.
And great whites.
Yeah, great whites.
Okay, Mark, you can always email me up, mate. No worries, mate.
The only thing is, in the sea, though, Klaus, it's things in there I can bite you, sting you, kill you, or eat you. You got to be very careful.
Where are you in Australia?
Yeah, we've
It's
got
a bit like
sea
Australia,
snakes.
really.
You got sea snakes in the water.
Yeah, and some of them are beige,
That's how
and
sea
some of
snakes
them are
work. That's why they
red,
call them
yellow,
sea snake.
and black. Red, yellow,
But
black.
they
really,
don't
really
they don't come out during the day, do they?
Yeah.
Only for people with Denmark on them.
It's funny you say that, Conker. I tell Mrs. P there's a bath snake upstairs. Hilarious.
Well, we still got 44 in the house, guys. It's got to be good.
Well, I am surprised, to be fair.
Lunch.
There can't be anything on TV. That's all I'm saying.
The rugby's all finished. That's what it is, mate. All the rugby's finished. We see. We got stuffed by the Scottish yesterday. So, or last week, I should say.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah. But of course, it doesn't really matter if you don't follow it. So,
how have you been, man, John? To be fair, I've not seen you about for a little while. John, how you been doing?
I'm doing good.
You doing good?
But doing good, yes.
There you go.
I see you had some you had some tornadoes or some weather your way, didn't you, a little while ago?
No, that was a few weeks ago. It's all good now. It just rained today all day.
You sound not well, John. You sound chesty.
That's how he always sounds.
You sound lower than you usually sound. and usually you sound low.
I'm sorry.
That's because he's
I
from deep
apologize.
down south.
Yeah, way down south.
Way down.
Way down.
You know, it's funny is I actually live south of you, but you're considered to be in the south, and I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, Bill, you're from a completely different planet as far as I'm concerned.
Well,
Yeah, it's called Texas.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw a thing the other day where the DFW Metroplex, basically the metropolitan area I live in, is bigger than Rhode Island and Connecticut combined.
That's okay. I heard they can put 3 Texases into Alaska.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I joke around when everybody in Texas says it's so big, it's like, yeah, to make it it's the second biggest state. To make it the third biggest, you cut Alaska in half.
Yeah.
It would be the 6th biggest Canadian province.
Yeah.
Or territory or state or
Yeah, whatever we got.
Whatever you got.
So, Conk, we didn't help you at all.
Well, no, but at least it makes me feel better that nobody else can fix it. As the same as I can't fix it. I'm gonna get there one way or the other, Bruce. I'm hoping. I'm beginning to pin my hopes on this spacer, or whatever it's called, collar, whatever. But I'm going to put the new bearings in as well. I'm going to go from there. As I said, the lucky people themselves have said that piece of chassis cross member is bent. That's your problem. Well, if it is,
I still think so.
I don't
because
Is
they
that
want
an EP hat, mate?
£305 for it, and there's no way on this earth
There you go,
I'm
John.
spending £305.
If you get it running right, are you going to bling it out, like make it look like a little Cadillac or something?
Well, I'm going to use it, Bruce.
Spinners maybe on the wheels.
To be fair, Bruce, I've actually seen Conker driving that thing in modern day society, and it's funny enough just watching him drive it when he's sober. So I don't think he needs to bling it out anymore. Lunch.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Man,
Nice.
my God,
My Lord.
What's that, an iguana sandwich?
that's nearly as big as John's head.
Yeah.
And that bun makes it look like a clamwich.
Hey,
I'm
Phil,
so
zoom in,
spoiled.
Phil.
I slept in today, got up, half an hour later, had a nap, and then
That's
came
the
to
stuff-
talk to you guys, and now I get lunch.
That's the starter he's talking about. That's a 12-tooth gear on that one.
That's a little guy.
12. Huh? Well, that's probably in a push mower, right?
That's only a 12-tooth gear on that one.
Yeah.
And then there's the metal and the plastic tooth you have to watch out for too, eh?
Yeah.
Mm.
But at
I
least
want
they
to
got a
convert my
secret
start
on that
my.
one.
I got an old 8 horsepower
Yeah.
generator. I want to put an electric start on, but there's no gears on the flywheel.
No.
Change up flywheel, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Buddy.
Well,
Costs money.
You need everything. You need a starter solenoid, everything.
Get
Flywheel.
your file and cut it into the flywheel.
I have the technology.
Yeah, you do, and you have the education to do it.
No.
Some of the older quantums, Bruce, over here, like the Atco Admiral. I took a lot of the starters off of them and the flywheels and stators off of them, so I could just convert the modern ones over because you don't get a lot of the newer Briggs and Strattons with them, especially with the quantums and what have you, the newish ones. They never really came out with electric start, so I kept a lot of the coils and the harnesses and what have you to change them over.
And I'm surprised I never did come across an 8 horsepower. It's the horizontal one.
But didn't you do a starter upgrade? I'm going back now. What was that on? Was that on a tiller? I think it was on a tiller. You did a new tank. You tidied the tank up and you put a starter on that as well. Was that a tiller? Can't remember now.
Yeah, it might have been. I don't know. I've got 800 videos up. It's hard to remember.
It was green and cream, and you did a lot of work on the tank. You got a donor tank.
That was my stalwart tiller.
Yeah.
No, it's not that one. No, you did you did a cream one. Somebody donated a tank. Was it Dave?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's it,
right.
Cool.
It was a nice looking tiller.
Yeah.
But I never had an electric start on it. No.
That's it. And he put Electric Start on there. That was a good series. It wasn't as long as the John Deere one you're doing currently, but it was a good series. Oh, I've missed you, Bruce.
Lunch.
Oh, Bruce, you make us all feel hungry, mate.
You guys have told me I can eat in front of you.
Yeah, it's all
You
right.
can.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
I think Bruce got like a big chicken roll. It's like that, babe. It's like the size of his head. In fact, to be fair, he could probably open that up and then sleep inside
do
it.
that?
Look, babe, look, let me show you.
Oh.
Hang on, Bruce. Look.
You know, Bruce, I got
He's going to sit there
that's-
and eat all of it
All by himself.
by himself.
That's a nice one.
No.
Bruce, I got thinking the other day. You know, our good friend Dave Small Engines.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't heard from him in a long time.
Oh,
Dave
Dave's Small Engine Revival.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what's up with him.
What, DNR?
No.
I think it's,
He's,
is that,
he's got the longest
that Delaware
driveway in the
Farm?
world. He's got the longest driveway in the world.
Well, I don't know him. I think.
You probably
I
do,
haven't-
mate.
I mean,
Steve
it's
O'J
been- it's
talks
been-
to him all the time, and Steve hasn't heard from him either.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
how
not
about,
KB. He
how about
hasn't
Dave,
been-
the one from, what do you call it, Apprentice for,
No, that's not him. No, that's not him.
haven't heard from him either.
Oh, the guy
That's
that
okay.
worked with Donnie Boy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
You
Yeah,
know
I
what?
saw one of his videos, I think, a month ago. God,
I think-
Well, you know, it's like some YouTubers come and go. Some stick at it, and some have a break.
Well, and it's been a tough January for YouTubers. I think Google's dropped their numbers so low that a lot of people are giving up.
Mm.
Have you guys found that?
well, I see a
no,
lot of
it's-
new channels that I've never seen before.
To be fair, Bruce, I haven't spent last month's money yet, so it's not a problem for me.
Yeah, right.
Bruce hasn't spent any month's money.
Uh,
No.
You're so close, Bill. You're so
Every year.
close.
what do you mean,
You're
Bruce
like-
hasn't spent any money? He's Canadian. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Bruce doesn't
And
like
if
spending
Tom was
money. full
wa-
stop.
And if Tom was watching, I got to bug him because he hasn't subscribed to me yet.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
who?
I wouldn't like Klaus. I wouldn't like to be in that room when that conversation
No,
goes.
me neither. I'll fake a PC issue right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
There's
Ooh.
probably I haven't subscribed to all you guys either.
Hey, Klaus, where's
That's okay. Bill
Morton
just
been
subscribed to
lately?
me last week.
Okay, good.
Morton is.
To be fair, I
is
didn't know
taking
Bill had a channel.
at the moment.
Yeah, I do. You should see it.
Sorry.
My shop
He's
looks
got
almost
two.
just like yours.
No, I hear.
Yeah.
Morton's
Bill's got,
least
a,
it will
Bill's
next
got
week.
his channel, and then he's got a Rodney Dangerfield channel.
Hey, I need that channel. It keeps the comedy off of my real channel.
Mhm.
Watch out,
Big
boys.
Klaus.
Watch out. Here we go.
Looking for a teacher with no class.
There you go.
Who's that?
Mr. B.
Oh, I'm going. Can't put
Oh,
that.
Hold
there
on,
we go.
hold on. That looks like an LPG tank right there. No, it's a steering wheel.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
How in the hell did you do that?
Oh, wait. Was this the dude that was going to do an LPG lawnmower about 8 months
That's the
ago?
one, yeah. You got it, Mick.
Oh, yeah. He never did do that.
9 months, 2 days.
Is it?
I'm not counting. Right
Yeah,
You're not counting.
I think he's in an aeroplane. I'm not sure.
One was bigger than my head.
If he's in an airplane, that just means that they deported him.
So, John, that photograph the other day you put on the on the small engine WhatsApp group,
Right.
was that your hotel room? Because all I saw was 2 pairs of knees. Looks like you were taking a crap.
And I've seen photographs like that before as well, Mick.
It was my bathroom.
I just told Trudy I
I mean,
could be drunk by 4 o'clock.
I'm interested, John, because I want to know why you were taking a crap with a fan blowing towards you.
Ah,
That was a portable heater that wasn't on.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't.
That was,
coming up.
that was the,
John's feeling me.
the
Caring,
post
is,
the,
caring is
the po-
sharing, mate. You don't worry.
Yeah.
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 the post seafood bonanza result. Was it
Mm.
or?
No, it's Bruce's Big Boy Breakfast Bonanza.
Well, I could eat that now, Bruce. I'll be honest with you, mate. I'm starving.
Bruce, when are you going down to that? I think you mentioned to me you're going down to some big art collection street doodad thing,
Next week.
drawing. Next week. That'd be cool. You can do a little video on that. That sounds quite interesting.
I hope to run into Tony Beats there.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah. Oh, Mrs. P just said, "How was your Elvis night?"
It was great.
Did go on.
Got my picture taken there?
I see the picture. I see that.
Yeah.
And obviously, you were talking about they do all different types of celebrity burgers, Elvis burger, Mr. Did they have a mixed mode burger on the menu or not?
No, and but it's close. They got a Bieber burger.
A what?
Justin Bieber.
So I got.
I thought
So
it
they,
was fever.
let's get this right. Let's get this right. They do a Justin Bieber burger, but they don't do a mixed Moe's burger. I need to get with my PA.
Yeah, everybody who thinks
who's
Justin
Justin
Bieber's got
Bieber?
7 million subscribers. Everybody who doesn't like that, raise your hand.
To be fair, Bill, that's only based upon his haircut, and that's why I don't know how you have got quite so many subscribers. But irrelevant. I would have thought that they would have done a mixed Moe's burger at least.
Well, it's really fun, because they do a Che Guevara burger, who was
Jagger who?
Fidel Castro's right-hand man, Che Guevara.
Okay,
He's
yeah.
He was
revolutionary.
Fidel's right-hand
Till he
man.
wasn't.
Down here, it's not. You can talk about it down here. Or in the States, they don't talk about Che Guevara very much, right?
Henry, you're in charge for a minute, mate. Henry, you're in charge.
Don't put him in charge. He never stays awake long enough.
Hey, Henry, salute the troops.
Yeah, Bruce, the hipsters wear the Che Guevara shirts.
Did they do an EMP burger?
No, they do a mixed mower burger, but you know what? It's on a child menu. It's only a little burger.
I have also heard they do. I have also heard they do a big Hank dog burger as well, but it's so soft because it has to be denture friendly. Right back at you.
They do a Charlie Sheen burger.
I heard they can't do a mixed mowers burger because they don't want food poisoning.
Who put 10p in him?
Mick, get a hold of the Chubby Butcher. He's coming over for Super Bowl next Sunday, and I'm going to see if he can devise a mixed mowers burger.
Hell yeah! Now we're talking.
We'll get him to do one.
2 buns and no meat.
That's tomorrow, right?
To be fair, John, I'm going to give you that because that was good and that was quick. I have, for the first time in my life, John, I have no comeback. I'm going to hand that. That was a good one.
Right there,
I'm
John.
going to record this.
I'm gonna go.
That was a good one, John.
That was a good one.
All buns and no meat. Fantastic. Still, it's better than shoving a pickle in there, right, John?
Whoa.
Then they've got Marilyn Monroe burger, which is they got a Marilyn Monroe burger, and that's a veggie burger. And Charlie Sheen burger, which has got pineapple on it. I think it's the platoon. Pardon me, the platoon.
So what did you have then, Bruce? What did you have to eat?
I usually have the Che Guevara burger because it comes with 2 huge pieces of Ferrero sausage on top of the burger.
Nice.
That's pretty filling.
And what about the lovely Trudy? What did Trudy have?
She has a Bieber burger.
A what?
The Justin Bieber
Beaver burger.
A Bieber burger.
A Bieber burger.
So, a Bieber burger. Nice.
Yeah,
It's a lot of fun. It's
with
just
the size of
silly
him, it's
fun.
probably just big around.
Silly fun. And they're big,
Nice.
like for
Where's the
I don't know,
beef?
I think it's like $8 you get the whole show. It's really good.
Nice. Oh, well, so I'm glad you had a good evening. That
Miss
sounds
Peace,
good.
Miss Peace probably said that a few times in her life.
Say again, John.
Oh, Motor Tech posted, "Where's the beef?" And Miss Peace probably said that a few times herself.
Well, yeah, which Mrs. P you on about? Because you've got Mrs. P, my Mrs. P, and Mrs. P, Bruce's Mrs. P. So please clarify.
You're Mrs. P.
Sorry, Ken, got your game, mate.
It's a very big puppy.
The place to give you a lot less beef on a lot of bun.
Where's the beef?
At Wednesday's.
Okay, Phil, you just got demonetized on this one.
Yeah, that's me gone. I got caught out on that the other day when I forgot who started playing this guitar in the background, and I got a warning come through because he was playing something,
Bass guitarist, wasn't it?
Oh, Gary?
Gary.
Yeah, he was playing his.
It was Gary. Yeah, Gary was playing his guitar, and I got a warning come through. Whatever. It's not that important. Excuse me. Oh dear. Oh Lord.
Well, I pissed off Disney a little bit on one video on the other channel, but Walt Disney, it's a little company. They won't notice.
Cool.
Yeah, sorry about that. I needed a refill.
Oh.
I said to Mrs. P, I said, I could be drunk by 4 o'clock.
You got to work at it, Bruce. You got to work at it, mate. Look at me. We're working at it all the time.
Is that because you just wanted her to know, or was you warning her?
Well, just so she's got her finger on the pulse.
But normally when I'm on vacation, that's my plan. That's the plan. You got to be drunk before 4 so you can sober up until 6 when you go out to eat at 7.
It's totally different than home, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At home, only because the police don't know you.
Yeah. Anyway, at home I crawl out of the garage at 4:30 and I'll have a couple, but here it just doesn't matter. I'm not going to take a drill or a cutoff saw to myself, so I don't have to worry about it.
It's not as bad as it looks.
Exactly. I love that one.
Yeah.
Hey, Klaus, did you see that new Skill air hammer? I love that thing.
Yeah, it is nice, isn't it? We don't get it over here. Air hammer. No, it's electric.
It's electric, but it's a hammer, though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's the angled one.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, but we don't get it here until I think later in the year or next year or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's really nice.
Yep.
No, I don't want one. I still want to know. Don't want to know the part number. No, I got enough already.
I can just imagine you with an air hammer, Conker. Oh,
I got an air hammer, mate. I'll tell you.
I remember the day you were telling me that you were going to build a hoist in your shed. I just had these visions of you and this big hoist in your shed.
And you can straighten out the head so it becomes straight.
Yes.
Well, that's just like then that takes us right back to Phil's dual wheel steering.
Is there an Amazon? Is there an Amazon affiliate link for that, Ken? Just asking for a friend.
Don't know. It's cool though. I mean, it's good for getting off suspension parts and things. You know,
just the wrong color.
It'd be good for chainsaw flywheels too.
Ken, can you put up a game, mate? Yeah.
Called an auto hammer, 12-volt auto hammer.
Yeah, that's right.
I wonder what sort of power that's going to have, though. You know,
there's a guy. Do a video. Just type in Skill auto hammer. There's a YouTube video where a guy reviewed it, and I tell you, he took off a tie rod end. It was like it came right off. Nice.
Yeah. It just seems unlikely. A plastic air hammer.
Yeah.
Bruce,
you have to bring your air hammers.
Bruce, you have absolutely no shame at all, Bruce. You're worse than me. Look, young man, don't look at me like that. I can see your Amazon wishlist link on in there.
Klaus, they're saying they have it at my local Lowe's for $119.
Is it 12 or 20 volts?
It's 12.
Okay.
No, we don't want one. You don't want one, Klaus. We don't want one, mate.
I get mine for free, you know, so I don't care.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it is nice.
Hello, James.
Hello, Jamesy.
Hey, James.
Hey, James.
Hello, James.
Milwaukee got one of those.
James.
I just saw the one for Skill. I didn't.
I think the Milwaukee one is more like a traditional size.
Palm one, right?
Yeah, palm one. Yeah. But that would do it too.
Because you don't need an air hose. That's nice.
Yeah, James, you want to come up, mate, for 15 minutes? We're still on, mate. If you want to come up, I'll put the link out for you, mate. And we haven't heard from Stella tonight either, have we, guys?
No.
She said she's going to be busy for the next 2-3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Milwaukee? Yeah, that's the one, James. Milwaukee. That's the one.
Well, what do you call the other one, Klaus? No Skill?
Yeah, exactly. Now they're coming along pretty strong. Skill is. I mean,
Okay.
Maybe I'm well, one, I'm a little colored on that, but second, I only get the good stuff they have because I told them if you send me the crappy stuff, it's going to be a bad review. So they only send me the good stuff. But you know what? It's not bad. It's not, and price wise, it's good.
Klaus, they're saying this battery charges with a USB cable.
Yep.
Yeah. That's kind of
a
frightening.
jumper box that USB charges. Just seems so unlikely.
I've got a nice little USB charger thing, power bank thing.
All about time, eh, Bill?
Sorry,
it just seems so unlikely you start your car with something that's USB powered.
Michael Roberts wants to know if there's lifetime guarantee on Milwaukee tools.
It's
Absolutely not.
No, it's the lifetime of the tool, not the lifetime of of you.
Yeah.
But you know what? Not the 12-volt series from Skill. The 20 volts here, at least, they give you 5 years on the tool.
Be right back.
The best tool is the Rigid brand because I have lifetime warranty on the tools and on the batteries.
And to be fair, that suits you, Wayne, because people are now living longer, aren't they?
Hey man, I got the 18 volt upgrade from the original 12 volt.
Did anyone else hear Bruce laughing in the background?
I was trying not to laugh, and then Bruce laughed, and I couldn't stop.
Well, like nobody offers lifetime warranty on batteries other than Rigid.
No.
If you're over 70, everybody offers lifetime warranty on tools to you.
Gold. I see gold.
Bloody hell, Bruce, is that just one day's fine?
Those
That's it, baby.
That's euros there, isn't it? Is that euros?
Yeah.
Those are Spanish, Mexican pesos.
Oh,
potatoes.
Mexican
potatoes.
Beautiful.
You know what? You guys, one day Bruce will be combing the beach and there'll
half
be
of a
these
horseshoe?
green plastic bags with a white powdery stuff in it.
Look at how long that one's been in the sand, eh?
Yeah.
Hey, Trudy, try some of this.
Maybe it's
I think you're right, Klaus. I think you're right, Klaus. One day Bruce is going to dig up loads of drugs. The next thing he's doing a live stream from a Mexican prison. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Bruce's sale.
They don't call me El Chapo. They call me El Cheapo.
Keep in mind that whole pile of, if those are all pesos, that whole pile is worth about what, 30 cents?
No, it's probably there's 50
Only good
pesos
day,
there. There's 50 pesos there, so that's about
75 cents.
$1.50.
And then we have the environmental benefit of cleaning up the beach. So about
exactly, that's the whole key of it.
$3,000 tops.
Yeah.
Yeah, minimum. Yeah.
So that's the good stuff. And then this is just the miscellaneous paraphernalia environmental cleanup here.
Oh, the bottle caps.
Imagine stepping on that bad boy.
Oh yeah, that'd ruin your day.
You could get tetanus looking at that one.
Yeah. There's a nail, another nail.
You've probably got about 50 cents in scrap.
No, but it gets it off.
Send it over to Ian Matthews, Bruce. He'll put it in with this for you.
Yeah.
What was that?
Send it over to Ian Matthews. He'll get it all cashed in for you.
He's probably got that in the back in one dish.
Oh, Mr. Briggs left. Shame.
No, I just dropped it down. There's somebody wanted to come in.
Oh, cool. Who have we got? Is it someone nice?
I'm not sure.
Machine.
All right.
Are they dressed?
I'll find out who it is now in a minute. Anyway.
Hello, fellow YouTubers. Machine
Well,
yeah.
Phil, if you got somebody down there, bring them up. I'm going to get a hold of the Chubby Butcher and get him to start working on this mix mower.
That sounds all right.
So,
Yeah.
do a premiere video on it. Yep.
I've got room in the pocket.
It's got to have caramelized onion because I'm a caramelized onion kind of guy.
All right. Well, I'm going to have him email you to find out what you like.
Caramelized. It comes in humps.
Right to your mix. All right, buddy?
By the way,
Come on up, Bruce.
It's caramelized.
Take care of Detroit.
All the very best way.
Yeah, bud. Nice to see you.
Hi, Wayne.
Bye, Wayne.
So who's the new guy coming up?
That's a great channel at EP Performance, eh?
Oh,
yeah, Wayne is a cool
Hello,
guy.
fellow eliminators. Today we're going to look at the auger on a snowblower.
Jake's will come find you.
Yeah, Wade's a good guy. He's a good lad.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, he is.
I wish Jake would join us. He'd be pretty cool.
One day he will do. One day he will.
Yeah.
I'm sure as eggs as eggs, if we all badger him for long enough, he's going to break eventually.
Yeah, we did with Wayne.
Yeah,
we did, didn't we?
And now Wayne, you can't get rid of him.
Yeah. He took the show last week and rode the whole thing through.
Yeah, I know 2 weeks ago. Yeah, wait, yeah, he did. Absolutely.
We got to get Sandy Rose up. She won't come up.
She won't come up.
No, she won't do it.
Oh, I don't know. I'm sure Mick could persuade her.
I tried to get Big Sons to come up earlier.
Yeah,
he
Ronaldo.
Is a hoot.
He's
trip.
funny.
Y'all liking him?
Well, I've got room in the basement if anyone wants to come up anyway. But
let's see who needs to come up. Oh, Dick hasn't been up in a while.
No, Dick hasn't been up.
Michael Roberts needs to come up.
Well, there's plenty of people down there. It was good.
Yeah, Sandy Rose said she won't come up.
She won't come up. There you are, Sandy.
There she is.
I tell you, if you come up, we will sing you a song. Absolutely.
Yeah. Sandy, the link's out there for you, mate. Why can't I read that email you just sent me, Mick? That's weird.
I don't know, Conk. It's just a normal email. It's got an attachment on it.
No, it's got inbox. It shows it's there, but it won't open.
I'm telling you, it's just like talking to my father, like that, you know.
Easy.
Leave it.
What we normally have is Conker will ring me up on a FaceTime like this, right? FaceTime me and go, just looking at this on the PC, blah blah blah, and I'm like, all I can see is your ugly face. Just turn the phone around so I can see what you're looking at. And then I spend 10 minutes looking at the ceiling. It's as simple as that. I don't know. He is hard work. He is hard work.
Hey, Mick, Steve's asking if you're the oldest one on the panel.
Hey?
Steve, the transit camper, wants to know if you're the oldest one on the channel. Well, you got the least hair, so it makes sense.
Steve, the transit camper, wants to know if I'm the oldest one on the panel. Why don't you bring your raggedy ass down to Bognor Regis, Steve, and find out?
Yeah, your raggedy ass.
I tell you something, Steve, the transit camper, would not want to do a stealth night camping with me. I'm telling you.
No, you can believe that as well.
Okay, I'm getting all types of thoughts here, Mick. Don't say stuff like that.
Well, Klaus, that's exactly the same thing Steve has. He won't do it. He ain't none of that for that.
Yeah.
You mean to say?
Yeah, you got to be careful, Steve. Mick will like to dance, but he won't let you lead.
At the moment, he ain't. At the moment, he's not scared of the dark. One night with me, he will be.
I forgot to ask, Mick. How's your dad, by the way? Forgive me. I forgot to ask.
So he's back home.
Oh, good.
He's back home now. They're no better off. They reckon it could be COVID that's giving him headaches and making him going giddy. They reckon it could be. They reckon it could be that. Of course, there's not enough. There's not enough evidence to sustain that. They're talking about crystals in the ears, an ear infection that makes you all giddy and feel sort of pissed. Yeah, they're talking about that.
You get out of balance. You get, it's not very good. It's not good.
No, he's saying he feels giddy, and then it doesn't go blank. It goes sort of foggy vision.
Yeah. My dad used to call that loopy. I feel loopy, and we could never figure out what caused
My dad used to call it being pissed about 10 years ago, but he's not drinking. So that's that. He had an anomaly on his ECG, so they plugged him straight away for that. But that seems to have settled down.
When you're that old.
I think he suffers with a bit of white coat syndrome, to be fair. So when he gets dragged in an ambulance, he thinks he's going to die, and he starts to panic. So that's that. And he has got. They are saying he has got a little bit of memory loss, which is not uncommon in my dad's side, because he had 3 brothers and a sister that have since passed, just due to COVID, but with dementia. So they asked him who was the current reigning monarch. He didn't really know. But to be fair, my dad isn't really a royalist and probably wouldn't even care. And they asked him to recite the 12 months of the year, but in reverse. And he couldn't sort of, you know what I mean? He's 76 years old.
I'm screwed.
Do you know what I mean? He's 76. He's 76. I tried it. Kenny did it. Ken, of course, Ken's a master's in just about everything there bloody well is. Ken could do it. And I can get down to about April and go January, February, March. And I have to start reciting it. He's asleep. But so of course they started asking more and more questions, and then he started panicking. So, but he's home now. So, hopefully, he's got to have a heart thing fitted. It's just a tracker, just to track his heart for 24 hours.
Oh yeah,
and he's got a problem with his.
A lot of us have probably been there already.
Yeah, he's got a problem. He's got a problem with his bladder. No pressure, and this, that, and the other, and the doctor said, "Well, just keep drinking." So that's a bloody problem. He says, "The more I bloody drink, the more I keep having to piss." And he says, "Well, you just got to keep drinking." So anyway, but hopefully it's not dementia. I'm hoping it's not, but if it is, it is. And there's nothing I can't fix it, so just go with it, right? So it is what it is. It might make for some good YouTube videos in the future if he is. It could be good fun as a catalogue to catalogue his catalogue his
Mind you, I mean, the water infection will
progress or lack thereof.
Especially older person, a bit too laddie and water infection.
Yeah, they are on about that as well. So he's been in 3 times, and they've poked and prodded and taken every fluid out of him that they possibly can, and it's what it is. So it's just sit back and wait for the old test to come through and go from there, I suppose. And but he's at home. He's taking the piss out of mum, so he's back to normal, and all is okay.
How old is he?
178. He is 75. He's 75. But to be fair, Bruce, is that I've told him that he needs to try and keep the brain stimulated. You know, try and do something. And since he's retired, he ain't done a goddamn bloody thing. He just sits in his chair and just, you know. I bought him one of them Kindles because he likes to read. I bought him a Kindle, and I said, you can download any book you like. And money's not an object. He's got plenty of money.
Might be too high tech for him.
Well, I did talk him through it, and I said, if you get stuck, give me a shout, and I'll put 20 books on there, whatever. Anyway, that's been put in the drawer for 4 months, and he's now going back to 99 books out of the bookshop. So,
that's fair.
Yeah, but he is what he is, and I love him. That's the end of it. So we just go with it and see what happens.
The damn thing about dementia disease or Alzheimer's, whatever you want to call it, the sooner they catch it, the sooner they get him on meds, the longer it takes for it to become a problem.
Yeah, 100% down. And
my mom was caught late. My mom was caught too late.
Yeah,
yeah.
I took Dad to the hospital. I don't know if you remember, but he had recently had a knee operation done. And it wasn't a local hospital. It's the only appointment they had. This is just after COVID had sort of cleared, and they started operating again. What's that? Mick just asking, has he been? Yeah, he's been checked. Yeah, he's had fingers up everywhere and thumbs. He's been and all scans, MRIs, and CT scans. He's had the lot. So on the way to hospital, we were chatting like you do, and the next day I took him over there and we had the same fucking conversation, and I thought hello. And then a week later we had another conversation, and that was the same as last week, and I thought hello. So I raised it to Mum to say, is he all right, or is there something? She's don't. And then he found out, but I was asking questions. Of course, that didn't go down very well. So I've since then stopped sort of testing him and kept out the way a bit because he knows I'm testing him. See, he knows I am. But
that's good.
The knee operation, was that done under full anesthesia or just local?
Say again, mate.
The knee operation, was it done under full anesthesia or just local?
Full.
That will make you
for about a month.
It can take up to months after.
I also think Klaus. I also think Mum was not very well a while back when he nearly lost Mum due to heart failure. And I think my dad's one of these people of that generation that don't let out anything. And I have a feeling that's affected him as well mentally. So But yeah, we're keeping an eye on him. And I said to Mum the other day, Mum come round, I was having a chat with her, and I said, look, if he has got a bit of the old dementia kicking in, I'm not worried. I'm not even concerned. As long as he gets the support, the medication, and the security around him to look after him, that's all I want, is make sure he is safe and he's on meds and the family are all online and sort of ready to support him. Then that's good. That's all I'm concerned about, is that everyone's on the same page. Because my sister is like, no, he's all right. My brother, he just dodges the bullets, and no one wants to take it on. So it is what it is. If he goes that way, he goes that way. It's as simple as that.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Nothing,
at all.
no, nothing to do about it. So we should see.
But the meds they have these days can prolong the period where they get so poor that they can't, basically be around loved ones.
100%. I understand. We're being watched, and I dare say the hospital would have noted the memory, not issues. I think I forgot what we said now. It wasn't sort of, they weren't even concerned about the memory with regards to the dizziness and everything else. That wasn't even sort of on the cards. But if they've mentioned it, then of course his GP might want to know a bit more, so he might start running a few tests on him and go from there, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
If you can get a doctor's appointment within the next 4 years, that is.
Yeah. We have a family doctor. Well, it's not a family doctor. It's the same doctor we all have. Yeah. And I'm telling you, they were the last ones to know that my mom had dementia. Because she could dodge it.
Yeah, they can dodge the questions. You're absolutely right, Klaus.
Yeah. And she was playing us for a long while.
Plus, I think they can get their adrenaline going when they go to the doctor, and they are doing well at that particular 2-hour stretch.
Yeah.
It's easy to have one good day.
We sent her down for a test twice, and after the second test, I was kind of like, so I called them up. Of course, they can't say anything. I said, "Can you at least answer me if my mom has been in for a dementia test twice?" And they said she has not been in for any dementia test. Oh, crap. She just, I'll do it, no problem, and just did something else.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. He's 75 years old now. He's eating what he wants to eat. He's drunk what he wants to drink. He's sleeping what he wants to sleep with. He's had a good life. So as long as we can give him a good support network, and if we can't, then put him into a good support network. If that is what is needed later on, then that's just what it is. So it's what it is. It's what it is.
Well, we all hope he gets well soon anyway, Mick. That's the main thing.
Oh, to be fair, Conk, if he gets better, then we're just as we're no better off if he's bloody ill, to be fair. He's the same silly bag of bones as what he was if he's bloody ill, so we're no better off.
But don't hold back, Nick. Just tell us exactly how you feel.
Look. My dad is my dad, and I'm fully aware of what he can be like when he's. You think I'm bad when I'm on top form? You wait till you see him on top bloody form. That's where I get it from.
Yeah, of course, it's genetic.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Well, I've done me 2 hours. I'm going to call it now. It's this gone by really, really quickly tonight, as always.
To be fair, the first sort of 45 minutes of the mobility scooter dragged like hell. That's why I came up to try and sort of push it along a bit.
Okay, we want to know how you make out on that, Phil.
Oh, well, I'll keep you up to date. I mean, there's already 3 videos out there on it. You never know, there might be some more.
To be fair, Bruce, I'm not even vaguely interested. I'm just being honest.
I want one of those when I get older. It's like a little.
Hey, Mick, when you get old, you'll be interested.
I won't be a tight ass and go and buy a new one. So simple as
that. Listen, guys, thanks everybody for coming up. I really appreciate it. It's it's gone by this evening really quickly. Some really good information come out as well, good and bad, even some for me, which is great. And all the comments, guys, everybody's visited us. There's still 41 people watching. Thank you, everybody, each and every one of you. We'll see you very soon. Take care.
It's been a blast, as always.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye now.
See you, everybody.